star. I can't even do this.
A rock star must be able to face.
Actually, you know what's funny? This is pretty much what it's like on set at Supernatural all the time. I don't know if you guys know this, but they use that stuff. Where is it? Give me that blast. Where's that stuff? How do you turn it on? This, in the movie business, this is called atmospheric smoke, and they use it because shafts of light show up in it. So while we're working on set in Supernatural, and even when we're working in the woods, there's guys out in the woods with these little machines making it look smoky and mysterious. So this smell is a very nostalgic smell for me. It reminds me of being on set and working. What is this, Christmas? There's so many nicely wrapped presents. Daniela. Should we open one or no? All right, we don't have to if you don't want to. Which one should we go for? You want to come help me pick it? Yeah, you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have to come on stage. Yeah. You know, last year you were at 4 conventions in a row, one after the other. And we spent a lot of time together. It was like going to summer camp together. It was really nice, yeah. I didn't hate you by the end at all. No, it was really nice seeing you every single time, over and over and over again. Which one are we gonna pick? The orange, good choice. Great choice. Okay, wait, try. Oh, okay. Try to guess why she's like this, the instructions say, and then read the story. Can you see that? This is like a mutant pornographic cookie. Wow. Yeah, what are you doing up here? Get off this. There's a whole fable about this. It's a cookie shaped as a woman with 3 breasts called Pupazza Frascatana. What is it?
Pupazza Frascatana.
Frascanata. Frascanata, a little town near Rome, there was a famous wet nurse. You know what a wet nurse is? Back in the old days, you didn't have formula or something for babies to put in their bottles. You had another woman who always was making milk for babies. There's a word for that, isn't there? Yes, okay. Our word for that is wet nurse. She, after some time, there was an incredible discovery that she actually secretly had 3 breasts. 2 with milk and the 3rd with wine. That sounds kind of handy. I could have my wife breastfeeding our baby, and I could have a drink at the same time. Okay, great. Well, that's fantastic. It's childproof. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Okay, how is everyone doing so far thank you for having us back for the 5th year. That's amazing. Raise your hand if you've been here from the beginning. No? Amazing. And you haven't missed any? Only about half a dozen have been to every one. Nice. How has it changed, old timers, since the beginning? What's different now? Are you saying that you go for older men? We've all watched one another age over the last 5 years. That's kind of amazing. Well, we all love coming back to Rome. Rome is very special for us. We're very excited to be here. There are a lot of pastries in our green room. Would you like to ask me a question?
Hi, Mish.
Hi.
First of all, I would like to... Bon appetit.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to congratulate you and all Castile fans that you will be at season 10.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Excited to be back.
And my question is, what kind of relationship, what do you think? What kind of relationship Cas will have with humanity when now when it has black eyes?
By humanity, you mean Dean?
Yes.
I love how you skirted around that so delicately. What kind of a relationship is Gas gonna have with people now that he has black eyes? I really don't know where we're going with this, and I don't know that Cass has a demon fetish, if that's what you're asking. What do you think is gonna happen?
I have no idea.
Really? I was talking to
I
some
hope it
people.
will be.
No, I don't think you can say that. Whatever she said to say. Okay. Yeah, you can. Go ahead, say it.
What?
Go ahead, say it. You probably won't get kicked out. Wow, this has got to be really bad.
I hope Cass will take care of Dean.
Like be his wet nurse? Is that what you imagine?
Something like that.
I was talking to somebody on the Roman holiday tour this morning who was saying, I knew Dean was going to turn into a demon. Did you really know that? Really? How did you know? Not all at once. Wait, really? How did you know? Oh, Jensen told you? What? You all wanted it? What's wrong with you people? I was devastated when I read that script. No, you can't do that. You're sick.
Because we have a king.
A king of hell?
No, king.
King. No shit. What's the king? There's Demon King too? Dink? Kink, that's what I said. Hey, Kinky. You want a tit? Come on, knock yourself out. Enjoy. No, you have to eat it in front of me. That's the rule. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can't believe all I had to do was give you a cookie to get you to bite a nipple. That's very inexpensive. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good.
You once said that you had some ideas about season 10, so can you talk about them?
Did I really say that? No.
No? But do you have now? I don't know.
I had that idea, but now it's gone. I don't know where it went. I was looking for it this morning in my sock drawer, but I couldn't find it. Well, I have some ideas, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some ideas. I think some good ideas that involve resurrecting Jimmy, who's Cass's vessel.
Oh, Jimmy Novak.
Yeah. You know him by last name. Yeah. I couldn't remember his last name, but you could, so good for you. Yeah. How about you? Do you have good ideas for season 10?
Yeah.
What are they?
For example, Dean competing with Crowley for the crown of hell, and Cass get desperate because Dean is evil, and helping Sam get him back. Without romance, if you want, but...
Okay.
So that's it.
That's pretty good.
Thank
so
you.
Cass gets desperate.
Yeah.
Cass is desperately horny. He will do anything. Okay.
Because you have never cried on the show. I mean...
That's pretty much true.
Yeah?
Yeah. There actually were 2 times that I cried and they cut it out.
Oh, really?
So, yes. I have cried working on Supernatural, but it's never made it to air. I think, actually, 3 times. 1 did make it, sort of. I think I kind of cried when I was Misha.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And I've also cried laughing while I was trying to be serious on the show. But they cut that out for sure. Yeah. All right, thank you. Bye. Hi.
Hi. Before you came on stage, Mark was trying to calm a girl by making her take a very deep breath, and I thought that Crowley would be very good at yoga sessions.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what Cass would be good at. What kind of business would he get into?
That's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I think that Cass has a very sort of innately calm demeanor, doesn't get rattled in very dangerous situations. You know, don't you think?
Yes, maybe yoga.
So he could be like a really good drug dealer or something like that. You know?
Stoneface.
Stone face, cool as a cucumber. He could, you know, he used to be able to teleport away when the police come.
Next,
No longer.
James Bond.
Yeah, actually that's a good idea. Yeah.
Good luck with getting the role.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So my question is, the moment when Cass saw the mark of Cain on Dean's hand, he already know what it's all about. So when he heard that Dean might be dead, did he know that it may be not true that he can be demon, or he can, or he decided that he's dead? What do you think?
I think that he really thought that he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure that he knew. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
That's what I thought he thought. So then when I was thinking like Cass thought, I thought, oh shit, he's dead.
That's a pity,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for
Bye. Hi.
Hi again.
You were the one that was egging that other girl on to say bad things that she shouldn't, right?
Someone should have done.
Shame on you. Are you from Russia?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, really? Wow. Are there other Kazakhis here?
I don't know.
Is it Kazaki or Kazakhstanis?
Kazakhstanis.
Yeah, okay. You don't know. Any Kazakhstanis in the audience? You have a friend here who wants to see you. No. Okay, you're alone.
What is the happiest day in Castiel's life? Or maybe his happiest day is still ahead of him in season 10? What do you think?
I don't know. Castiel's never had that great a day, has he? It's supernatural. Something always goes wrong with him. I think Cass was really excited at the beginning of season
Maybe it's ahead in season 10? No?
Season 5, when he was like getting to be kind of going along with the guys and getting to be a hunter with them. That was really exciting for him, right?
Exciting, or it made him happy?
This is nuanced, what you're talking about.
I think he was happy. When do you think Cass was most happy? What? When he drank a liquor store? He was kind of an ugly, mean, sad drunk, though, if you think about it. I mean, those things didn't make him that happy. Going to the whorehouse didn't make him that happy. He wasn't that happy. Yeah, no, Cass is usually having a rough time on the show, sadly. Eating hamburgers? That's also a bad point, because he was eating them to the point that he actually was like getting sick from just eating straight ground beef eventually, right? It was oh, that's true. All right. It wasn't a happy day, but it was a happy moment when he was eating a hamburger.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Misha.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
I think.
You think?
Yes.
You're not sure. What was your happiest day ever?
Maybe this one.
Maybe, but
I had
maybe
very
not.
happy days, but this one is
This
for
is
sure
good.
one of
So far, it's
Yes.
good. Even though you were stuck in Mark Shepard's panel,
Yeah.
still a good day, huh?
Wonderful. So just before the question, I want to say that I really love the work that the writers did with the season. But I wanted to ask you if you miss Bad Edlu as a writer, as a friend, and as a co-worker.
Yes. No, Ben is. I don't miss him as a friend. I don't, because I still see him. So, in fact, I think I probably hang out with Ben more often now than when he was a writer. So, as a friend, no, but as a writer, yeah. I mean, Ben's episodes are in my humble opinion, Ben's episodes are the best episodes that the show's ever had. They stand out. They're amazing. I love many of the other episodes as well, but my very favorites were Ben's. He's just crazy enough to write really good stuff. But he's a great guy. He's fantastic. He came over for lunch recently. I do this. He came with his girlfriend, and she was wearing like a dress and heels. And I was like, hey, you guys want to go for a hike? Which I do this kind of crap to people all the time. I don't know why I do it. And they said, sure. And me and my son had built this trail that was maybe 3/4 of maybe a kilometer long, that went from this road near our house through the woods, down a mountain to a playground. And we had gone out there with pickaxes and shovels, me and West, and we had and a machete, and cut a path down to the playground. And I wanted to bring Ben and his girlfriend and his daughter. So me and West and Ben and his girlfriend and his daughter, we went on this hike. It was terrible. The trail that we made was not very good. Her dress got all ripped up. She was trying to be happy about it, but I could see she was about to cry. I ended up having to carry her part of the way. It wasn't good. But Ben was very cool about it. Ben just goes along with it, with whatever's going on. And then he's got, his band. Do you know his band?
Yes.
You do? It's come out that is Ben now, right? We know that that's Ben. He was trying to hide it for a while, which is great. His band, Ghost Tiger, is fantastic.
Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that you're that you're doing well with them, because I really like him as a writer and as a person.
As a friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, as a friend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hi.
my alter ego.
You look great.
Thank you.
There's something about what you're wearing. I don't know what it is, but I really like it.
My question. Do you still have that underwear with Sam and Dean faces that says, I got your back?
Yes. Yeah. What's that? That's where it was Australia last year that I wore them. Yeah. They're getting a little worn out, but I do still have them. That was a gift that I gave the first year that I was, season 5, I gave a gift at Christmas time to all of the crew members, and I made everyone those underwear. Which I think that was, apparently that was a little bit inappropriate. I got a phone call, like, hey, you probably shouldn't be giving people underwear. So kind of not very businesslike, but I was like, oh, too late, I already did it. But I thought they were funny.
I like a pair of that.
You would like a pair?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
You'll have to steal them from somebody on the crew, because I'm not giving you mine, and that's all there are. What's that?
I'll work on it.
Okay, all right.
Thank
You'll
you.
work on stealing a crew member's underwear?
Yeah.
If you think about it, there's several steps logically that you have to go through to get somebody's underwear off them. Also, you have to be lucky enough to get the underwear off a crew member on the day that they happen to be wearing those underwear. So you have to probably try a lot of times. You can be like, oh yeah, man, you're so beautiful to me, you're so beautiful. Never mind. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
great, and it's amazing to see you again this year. And I have a question about the episode we're directing this season, because in my opinion it was one of the best directed episodes this season, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
And this is something I wanted, actually I was going to ask you last year, but I hope this is still valid. Weren't you scared?
Was I scared?
Yes.
Yes, it's very scary. It's very scary. Also, I just didn't know a lot of what the process of being a director is. So when you're acting on a show, you show up on set, ready to shoot, like ready to put something on film. But you don't see the whole week or 10 days before that went into prepping to get to that point. So you don't see them building the sets, you don't get to see them looking at the drawings and deciding what to make the sets look like, or how to paint the walls, or any of that stuff. You just show up and everything is already there. And you kind of, as an actor, I kind of started to forget that there was all this preparatory process that went into it. And that was, for me, a very challenging aspect of it. Because, like for instance, about 3 days before shooting, they have this day called the Tech Scout, and all of the most important people on production, it's about 40 people, and they're all the department heads, like the production designer, and the key grip, and the cinematographer, and all of these, the main department heads go get on a bus, and we drive around to all the different locations we're going to be shooting. And so we got on the bus, we drove to the first location, which was the convent. If you remember in my episode, there was a convent where all the nuns stayed. And we got there, and the first AD said, all right, everybody, circle up. All right, Misha, now tell everybody what we're going to be doing here. And I had not figured that out at all. I had no idea, but they were like, and I said, in what respect do you mean, what are we going to be doing here? And he said, well, where should we be putting the cranes and all the lighting rigs, and which direction are we going to be shooting in? I had no idea. So I pretended that I had a plan at that point. I went into panic mode and pretended that I knew where things were going to go. And then when we got back on the bus, I started looking at the script feverishly, trying to figure out what we were going to be doing at the next set. But I was just faking it, totally phoning it in. Lying is another word for what I was doing. But there were several moments like that where I kind of felt like in order to save face, I had to pretend that I knew what I was doing, which was a little embarrassing. Yeah.
And additionally, you had to deal with Jensen and Jared, which must be hard.
Please don't say those names. It makes me very angry. They only worked together on that episode for one day, which was so lucky. Because they fan each other.
they're okay when they're by themselves, but when they get together, they're like the devil. And so they, you know, that day when they were both together, they pied me in the face a couple of times and things like that, which was nice. But there was a build-up. All day they were actually being remarkably nice. And I knew that that meant something bad was coming because it was very unnatural. Yeah. So it was scary. I knew I had to be careful. I knew that there was a few people on the crew who felt bad for me, who knew that directing is a big job and you have a lot to think about. And so people would come up to me and say things like, "Hey man, don't tell them that I told you, but run to your car." And I was like, "Thanks for the tip." Run to my car. Just as I get in, I shut the door. Boom! Water balloon hits the window. Like, just got in. So things like that. I had a few people who were helping me out. You know, like, "Hey, just so you know, don't say you got it from me, but you might want to hide the keys to your apartment." That's a scary thought. What are they gonna do to my apartment? I made photocopies of my script because I was like, they're gonna ruin my script and I have all my notes in there. I'll be lost without them. So I made photocopies of my script, and sure enough, Jared tore my script. Thank God I had a copy. Or we have the director's chairs, which have the canvas back. They're like those little folding chairs. And the monitors that the director looks at are right here. Your headphones sit on the armrest right here. So you put the headphones on, you sit down in the chair. But they loosened the canvas up, so I just like, I only fell for that twice. The third time, I was like, yeah, it's a stressful environment. As if I didn't have enough to think about.
But you did really a great job, so we hope for more next season.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How did you enjoy Amsterdam, and what did you?
Very well, thank you. This lovely young woman, I got to the airport in Birmingham last weekend, and I got out of my taxi and I went into the airport. And I was like, all right, where am I going? And I actually, for some reason, I kept following the signs the wrong way. I was like, I was at arrivals, I meant to go to departures. Finally, I was like, oh God, what time is it? I'm gonna miss my... I left my phone in the cab. And you need your phone these days. I didn't have any phone numbers or anything. So I ran into her and I was like, hey. She was like, hey, you were at the convention. I was at the convention. She was at the convention in Birmingham. And I was like, hey, that's awesome. Can I see your phone? I need to call them and see if they can get me my phone back. And they did. They brought it back to the thank you. I would not have been able to call my kids without it. Thank you. And then Amsterdam was good, but Amsterdam, I kind of blew it. I missed out on all the stuff you're supposed to do in Amsterdam.
Why?
I didn't go to the museums. I didn't get stoned. I didn't hire a prostitute. I didn't do any of the stuff. I was there with a friend and we spent the whole time writing in cafes. Just waste of time. And walking around, and we went out to a couple of good restaurants, but could have been a lot better. We could have been really high the whole time. The smell, that is true about Amsterdam. The smell of marijuana is everywhere on the streets. It's like a perfume in the air. Yeah. And did you have a good week?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I did.
What did you get up to?
Not much. I worked and then I came here, so I went to see Rome a bit.
Okay. Did you see some of the museums?
No.
No?
No.
Did you get high?
No.
Prostitute? Nothing. It's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
So you've been here for a few days and you haven't seen anything?
Yeah, we went to the city and the fountain and walked around Colosseum.
Okay, that's something.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Did you know that was built in just 8 years? No, I'm not sure that's true either, but it's something like that. It was very quick. They were fast back then. Well, good. I recommend you see the Bones Church.
Okay.
if you have time.
Probably not.
Okay. Do you have time to do anything? This is the wrong time for me to be telling you what to do then.
Yes.
Okay. If you're in Amsterdam, you should see, there's a really good cafe. I can't remember. Oh, I went to a great restaurant. Mother's. Have you been there?
No.
It had Dutch food.
What did you have?
Do you like Dutch food?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Okay, cool.
Traditional Dutch food is like, it's good, but it's very simple.
Yeah, it is very
Like,
simple, yeah.
You ask, if you ask somebody who lives in Amsterdam, like, what's your favorite Dutch food? They'll say, I don't know, mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very simple, but it's good. All right.
Yeah, I actually brought you guys Dutch cookies, but I don't have them with me today, so I'll bring them tomorrow.
Okay, that's good. You want cookies to age a little bit before eating them. Yeah, thank you. Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What's new?
I've got a hat.
You do have a hat, it's very fetching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My question is about the angel community in Supernatural. I
Yes.
was wondering, what's your opinion on it? Do you think they're a family, or are they more of a society, perhaps a dystopian one? And how has it changed because of the fall?
Good question. Multi-part, multifaceted. I actually think that before the angels really started interacting with humanity, we kind of got a glimpse from Cass's, stop it. We kind of got a glimpse of at least his perspective on what the angels were, and I think it very much at that point was. I think he thought of it as family and a kind of like a military, hyper-organized family, you know. There's definitely a militant aspect to it, but I think that the ensuing events over the last 6 years, have caused that to become very fractured and disorganized and a little bit more sort of survival of the fittest. Yeah, I think that it's lost that. I think that the true nature of it, which was that it was a little bit of a conceit, like it really wasn't a family, but it was. They sort of were brainwashed into thinking that they were a family, and now they're just out to get one another. Yeah. Although families can be out to get one another from time to time. My kids are out to get one another from time to time, and they're a family. I try not to boss my children around too much, but I will give them some guidelines, like, don't pee on your sister. Are you peeing on your sister? Don't do that. She doesn't like that. She's crying.
Do you think Cass was ever also?
When I was young, I also peed on my younger brother, though. I remember doing that, so I understand. It's really funny because I actually completely forgot this incident. There was an incident. I completely forgot about it until just bringing up my kids peeing on one another, where my brother was laughing in the bathtub, like, ha ha, and I peed in his mouth. At the time, it seemed really funny to me. Actually, it still does, now that I think about it. But I can see how that might not be pleasant for the recipient. It's fun. That actually helps me not be mad at my kids a little bit. I'm glad that I remember that. Because I was like, West, stop it! And I was like, well, I get it. I did it too myself. He was a little bit late to getting out of diapers. Or I don't know if he was late. He was 2 and something. But he just woke up one day and he was like, first thing he said, it was actually New Year's Day, and he woke up and he said, "It's time for me to stop wearing diapers in the daytime." And I love that he made this distinguishment. Like, in the daytime, obviously I'll still wear them at night, but in the daytime I'm gonna stop. And so he did. He stopped wearing them, but now it still feels like he's just fascinated with the process of peeing. And so every time he has to pee, it's this golden opportunity to explore with where he can pee. You know, so it was much more convenient when he was just being in a diaper, because we weren't chasing him all over the place like, no, don't. You know, we have this second floor balcony on our house. And he will, if unattended, he will go up to the railing and wait for somebody to walk by. There's this one little plant right outside our front door in a pot that he loves to pee in as well. And it's dying. He's killing it with pee. Did I answer your question? I feel like I did. I feel like I hit it.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah. Good to see you.
You too.
Hi.
My question is, what is your favorite fairy tale?
It's a good, what?
Your favorite fairy tale?
No, not you. Somebody else. There's a heckler up front, but Cinderella. Cinderella's good. I don't know. What's your favorite? What are my choices?
I like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk. I loved that story when I was a kid. I thought it was fantastic. I actually believed it was true too. And when I was very little, I remember this distinctly. At my behest, we planted beans in the yard so that I could get a beanstalk like Jack's. And it never materialized. It didn't happen. I like Little Red Riding Hood. It's a good one. Yeah. What? It's cruel? Is it? What's so cruel about it? Eat wolves and eating grandmothers? But isn't that the cycle of life? I mean, you know, she was old. She was a grandmother. It's fine. What's your favorite? Is it Jack and the Beanstalk? Cinderella? Why did you ask the question?
Because I was curious about what it would tell me about your character.
Oh, really? Interesting. So you learned nothing about my character just now, huh? If I had said Cinderella without hesitation, what does that mean about me? I like shoes.
Yes, you like fancy shoes. And nice dresses, maybe?
Yeah. All right. Great. That's good psychoanalysis. I think it's very effective, what you're doing. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Okay.
Are you reading your question off your phone?
No, I'm recording it.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my question was, how do you think Cass will react when he sees Dean? And bonus if you show us. Like, and how much you think he's still willing to sacrifice to save Dean?
Well, I think Cass has demonstrated that he's willing to sacrifice quite a lot, like an entire army.
Yeah, but he's still got
Dean.
stuff to sacrifice, I guess.
He still has stuff, he's still got a little bit of...
Stuff inside of him. Yeah, oh.
Yeah, you might want to be careful how you... I think that Cass will react when he sees Dean. If you play the role of Dean, Cass will go... So he'll be happy that Dean's alive, and then he'll be sad that Dean's a demon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How was that Cass impersonation?
So-so.
Yeah, it wasn't my best work.
No.
I know that, yeah. I'm sorry. Is that how you think he'll react? I think he'll be happy, and then he'll be sad.
I thought
Mad?
I thought he would cry himself to sleep or something. Even though he doesn't sleep, he'll cry enough to sleep.
He'll cry until he gets tired and goes to sleep. What? Get out of here? He goes, you know what you need? You need one of those hooks to just pull us off the stage. All right.
Thank you. I will see you again tomorrow. And what? Tonight. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. All right, guys, have an awesome weekend. Bye.
Misha Panel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.